I'm going to do something that I don't. Nah, yeah, no. I was gonna do something, but I've decided not to. Bees are very frustrating with this. Bees are extremely infuriating. Technically, I don't have to go around getting rid of all of the torches right now, because they'll all get destroyed when I eventually remove all of the walls. But I want to at least destroy some of the ultra brights. Whatever, it's fine. I'll leave them. Hey. I was thinking of starting a new Zomboid thing, a solo Zomboid thing, and then decided not to, because that's a lot of work and I would want someone to at least talk to while doing it. This is what I've just been doing when I've got nothing to do. I just sit here mining and mining more and more and more. This world is an old world, one of the 1.3 worlds from before Journey's End came out. So there's some shit that's not in this world, which kind of defeats the purpose of what this world was originally supposed to be. This world was supposed to house every single block that consisted of a Terraria world. I started destroying when 1.4 came out, Journey's End, which was, didn't they say was supposed to be the final update? And then they just continued making more updates. Whatever. There wasn't like any new world gen or new blocks that actually generated in the world. And now there is. And that makes my entire job here a lot harder. Because that means that for me to do this, I have to then either figure out the seed of this world, which I'm pretty sure is really easy, generate the seed in 1.4, and then go and destroy the new area so that I can put it in a chest, or I can just exclude it. But excluding Shimmer would be stupid. This world has lasted me for years at this point. Thousands of hours, lots of time and effort. I'm not going to let my effort be wasted just because they added a new block. If I let all of my time and effort on this world be wasted just because they added a new fucking biome, that would be very stupid. Especially with well over 3,000 hours into this. This character, as far as I'm aware, as far as I remember, never been loaded into another world but one, and that world was just there so that I could go and grab a single block for corruption. So that's literally the only thing that's in this world that wasn't originally in this world so far. And I guess we're about to also have Shimmer, which wasn't originally in this world, since this world is from 1.3. So what I'll do is, when I'm done mining out the world, I'll eventually mine out all of the NPC housing I have as well. Mine out everything, 100%. When I'm done with that and I've stored everything, I'm gonna label it and sort it all. And when I sort it all, I'll have one section dedicated to shit that wasn't originally in this world, like corruption and the Shimmer. And that'll be incorporated into it. Which basically means that the goal of this thing was to have someone build an entire world with just the blocks that were originally found in the world, right? There's stipulations for fucking, you know, shit like honey, things that are infinite in the world. Honey is infinite because you can just get a bucket. Builders are allowed to use the fucking honey, it's fine. Okay, basically, the goal is going to shift to, you can either build with just the blocks that were originally found in the world, or you can also build with the shit from Shimmer and all of the new shit from 1.4 as well. And the goal is just to see if anyone is willing to even try to build an entire Terraria world. It is hundreds of thousands of blocks. It is thousands of hours worth of work to build a world. Especially if you're limited to what you have. Okay. That's the goal. Will I ever finish this world? Most definitely. Will it be anytime soon? No. Too busy with other games and actually wanting to play other things other than Terraria. If I sat down though, I could probably bang out this entire world within, what, a month? Mine the entire world out in a month, sort all of the chests within like a few within like a day, and set up all the signs, remove all the backgrounds. It would probably take me like a month or two if I just sat down and did nothing but this. Is this fun? It can be if you actually have someone to talk to. I'm really tempted to get into old school RuneScape, mostly because of over in Skyblock, right? Everyone knows my fucking what I'm planning on doing in Skyblock. I want to 100% it, which is, yeah, not impossible. By my definition it should be used by other people if they want to follow it. In fact, someone said that they were using my definition and trying to do it hitless. Or not hitless, deathless. Hitless would be practically impossible. Anyway, so that would mean a lot more work than what I'm doing. I wish them luck. Are they ever going to be able to do that? Probably not. Because they're doing something really stupid in that they are excluding themselves from doing dungeons, which is extraordinarily stupid. Because dungeons is a major part of Skyblock. Same as how fucking you would not call RuneScape RuneScape if RuneScape did not have Slayers. Would you? The Slayers are like a core part of that game. They're not the main part, but they are a core part. They're more main part of Skyblock than Slayers are in RuneScape. A better comparison would be like, I can't think of many things. It'd be like not having your raids in fucking Final Fantasy Online or in World of Warcraft. You would not consider World of Warcraft to be World of Warcraft if it had no raids. If every single raid was removed from that game, it would no longer be World of Warcraft. Okay, another issue that I've had with thinking about doing old school RuneScape is it costs like $13 a month to access like 90% of the game, which is disgusting. I don't have the money for that. It took me a year to get fuck all, and I'm too scared to buy anything with the money that I do have because it's not a lot. But it doesn't matter. RuneScape can do what RuneScape will do. Because I am strictly opposed to games that you have to buy them, and then you have to pay to play them. RuneScape is not doing that, though. As far as I'm aware, old school RuneScape, you do not have to buy it as a free game, correct? Therefore, I'm fine with them having a subscription fee like that. That's perfectly fine. I don't like subscription fee games, but they're fine if they're free. If say Temtem were to have released, Temtem is a game that you have to pay for. I don't know if it became free when it fully released out of early access. I don't think that it did. But if Temtem were to have come out and then said, okay, you need to pay us $20 a month, or $10, or even a penny a month to be able to continue to play Temtem. That's not good. That's bad. I hate that. I would fucking despise that. That is bad game design. That's a bad way to run your fucking business. Anyway. Temtem has an optional thing. That's fine. They need more money to keep their game up. That's understandable. Black Desert Online, even though the game overall I don't really find it as enthralling as it used to be. Fucking BDO overall did not have a requirement. Yes, you were very heavily incentivized to go and spend your hard-earned money on buying multiple things every month. No, that's not good, but you could play the game without them. If you could not play the game without spending all of the, like, fucking $60 a month, meanwhile the game was, at the time, when I played it, not free. The game was very much not free when I first played it. Anyway, if you have to pay at all after having already bought the game. That is poor game design. That's a poor way to run your business. It's not something that I would ever support. It's now free, I think. Which is weird. I dropped a platinum. Oh no, whatever will I do? It's not like I have like fucking 400 platinum sitting in my piggy bank. I think that's my second platinum I've dropped in this world. I dropped a platinum somewhere down in hell the other day because I just wasn't paying attention. Died to lava. Doesn't matter. The entire build's optimized for digging fast and far, with a lot of summons to keep me from dying as fast. If I didn't have all my summons like this, I would die like immediately. Anyway, we got Papyrus Scroll for summons, Ancient Chisel for, you know, faster mining speed. It's practically instant, but eh. Does make a difference. Architect Gizmo Pack, which increases my block breaking range. The Celestial Shell just makes it so that I can't drown if I'm underwater for extended periods of time. Increase my number of minions, and then increase my number of minions. This is, as far as I know, or as far as I care, the build that I've been going with for years of doing this. It's gonna take a while to get back. The fucking bees are the most annoying thing in this game when you're doing this. Need to go get the ultra absorbent sponge. Wow, I got the platinum back. Who would have thunk? Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I don't like that Old School RuneScape has a fucking $13 paywall to like the majority of the game, the vast majority of the game. According to what I read, it locks you cannot do any Slayer in Old School RuneScape without paying that $13, which is extraordinarily stupid. Not as stupid as some shit though. Skyblock doesn't have a required like membership fee, but you would think that you would qualify, you know, booster cookies as one. But you can spend in-game currency on booster cookies. You can also spend GP in Old School RuneScape on membership. The issue with that was, from what I was reading, you would need to grind, according to the threads that I was reading, for 4 months to get the necessary skills to actually be able to grind enough GP to actually earn the membership every month. Which is very stupid, because the skill requirement that I saw listed a skill that is supposedly locked behind being a member, meaning that you would have to max a skill that you had to pay $13 a month to actually be able to use, so that you could use said skill to earn the GP to pay for your membership, so that you can keep access to the majority of the game. Which is like really counterintuitive to me. The fucking wiki said that Herblore was locked behind membership. And people were saying that you would need 99 Herblore, max Herblore, to be able to actually grind the GP required to pay for a membership each month. Which would mean that you would have to, one, grind up the money from somewhere else, which would take a very long time, evidently. And then you would have to then, in your 1 month that you just earned, grind up to 99 Herblore, which possibly might make you enough money, which if it doesn't, then you have to grind a slow way to get the money again to pay for another month, to then be able to start grinding, which means you have to grind out 2 payments a very slow way to be able to actually start playing the game, while also having to constantly be worried about the amount of GP you make if you wanted to stay a purely free-to-play player, which is like, wow, a lot of work. I'm pretty sure that even in World of Warcraft, it's not that bad. World of Warcraft, I'm pretty sure it takes like half an hour to an hour to actually grind out the money for a month of membership. In Skyblock, you can grind out the money necessary to buy you a booster cookie. If you've already been playing, you don't get locked out of it and not having a booster cookie. It just makes the game a tiny bit harder, which is, to be honest, a good thing. That's good design. Still, I don't like the booster cookie. Booster cookies, But like, once you have started making your way through the game, which you can get to the ability to grind out the money for a booster cookie in like less than an hour for the money for the booster cookie, you can get to that within like an hour or 2, which is a lot faster than the 3 to 4 month time that I was reading for fucking old school RuneScape. That is a massive difference. This right here is the issue that I keep facing. Okay. You could technically earn the money in Skyblock for like months worth of booster cookies in less than a minute if you drop a die, a actual die that people want. Then you sell said die. If you're not on Iron, that is. You sell said die, right? So, with that one drop, you have made the money to pay for months worth of booster cookies. Some guys sell for a lot. Anyway. I don't know if you could even do that in game. If anyone sees this and knows, I'm very much keen to know, because it's very much a game that's up my alley for what I would want to do, which is, you know, completed on Ultimate Iron Man's the highest difficulty for a character, right? Yeah, 100%ing on Ultimate Iron Man would be fun. Be a time sink, but yeah, it'd be fun. Very fun. I've not played the game before either, so it would be learning experience. And if I don't like it, then I just don't have to go for the membership. But the membership locks you out of so much that I don't think that you could qualify if you like the game or not without a membership. It's like starting up an anime, and then 5 seconds in, you're like, I don't like this at all. Like, well, no shit, you don't like it. You didn't even get through the fucking, like, 5 seconds of opening that they had. Anyway, there's a lot of stupidity around games, specifically MMOs. MMOs, specifically, all heavily rely on the fact of PvP existing, which I very much do not like. I don't like the PvP. PvP is bad because PvP just makes me angry. Because either it's I'm doing bad, which makes me angry, or it's my teammates are playing like absolute children that have never fucking held a controller or mouse in their life. And that's not fun when the entire other team is at least semi-competent. One good player on a team does not win it for the whole team, no matter how much anyone says that it does. If you went into chess and you put Stockfish, like fucking max rating Stockfish, up against 300,000 fucking level 1000 ELO players, and Stockfish had to win against every single one of those. But if any of Stockfish's teammates, because Stockfish had like, you know, a bunch of 250 teammates that also had to win against roughly half of them, then Stockfish would lose. Those 250s would get decimated by the 1000s. It doesn't matter how good one person is on a team. If everyone else is complete and utter trash, then your team loses. And then there's also the fact of fucking people cheating. Like, oh, you're playing completely fair, you're just on a team with a cheater. And then, like, okay, if you were on a team with that cheater for a few matches in a row, then, oh, here comes easy anti-cheat. Oh, now you're banned from playing this game that you like. It's stupid. The entire PvP scene in gaming is stupid. If people want to cheat, there's literally games called, you know, sandbox games for them to play. Yet they choose to cheat in a competitive environment, which makes no sense. You could go into Skyrim, Fallout, The Witcher 3, literally any of these random ass games, and you could go do shit with their console all day. And no one would have a single issue with that. Yet they choose to go into the competitive games to do it. Which is where the issue arises. People are trying to actually compete. If they're cheating in like an unranked lobby, okay, cool, I don't care. But like, it's still not fun for the other people. And a lot of people cheat for either no reason or because they see other people cheat. And then because they saw other people cheat and that drove them to cheat, well guess what? Now they drove another fucking 20, 30 people to cheat because those people saw them cheat. So now it's just an unending cycle. It's so stupid. Rust is a game with a lot of cheaters, but Rust isn't like your typical competitive shooter. It's more survival oriented, but you're surviving other players. You're supposed to learn to survive and thrive. You could do so by just going and murdering everyone, or you could do so by going and evading everyone. If you're so stealthy that you can go destroy everyone's base without them ever knowing you fucking existed, congrats, you win. Like, it's a very, very different game. Yet it's still one completely filled with cheaters. Thinking about PvP is very tiring, just to think of how stupid people are. And then it's even stupider when you also think of how stupid anti-cheats are. Anti-cheats are extraordinarily stupid. Fucking MiHoYo with Genshin Impact has an anti-cheat built into it. Genshin Impact has no PvP as far as I'm aware. There's little to no online interaction. Congrats, you can get a few players to come to your world. That's about it. Okay, so why is there easy anti-cheat? The only reason that I can think of for easy anti-cheat to be in Genshin Impact is because MiHoYo doesn't want someone to cheat their way to getting a rare character. But why? Because they want the money, obviously, but like, who's it hurting other than MiHoYo? Like, it hurts no one but MiHoYo if I were to have gone in and cheated myself all of the characters just so that I could have my favorite characters in their game. But they had to put an anti-cheat into their game to stop people from having the most fun that they could. Because it hurts their bottom dollar. which is extremely stupid, because if your game cannot support itself off of what's in the game without you having to basically have your player base gamble, then your game is not worth playing. Genshin Impact 100% is reliant for their money on people buying Primo Gems so that they can spin a roulette wheel to hopefully, maybe, sometime get the character they want. If I went back and started playing Genshin Impact again, I've not rolled a single 5-star since I rolled Hu Tao, right? If I wanted to go and guarantee that I get the character I want, and I would want to max said character and get their weapon maxed, it would cost me like fucking 5,000 to 6,000 USD. They can't just sell skins for some reason, because their skins suck and they take like fucking 5 years to make one skin that no one likes. It's extremely stupid. Games are supposed to be about having fun. I understand why competitive games exist. Some people are competitive. I get it. Some people are also competitive, but they have this other quirk called anger fucking issues, which makes them extremely fucking toxic. So it's just a lot of micromanaging your community to try and keep them from being toxic that games just don't do. And games, like specifically MMOs, completely forget about the other side of the player base that they have. Black Desert Online is almost completely geared toward PvP. They update the game, which makes it harder for people that do not want to PvP, like me, to play the game, which is why I don't play the games anymore. They update the game so that the mechanics that make it fun to play PvE, or life skilling, like hunting, like I did, they update it so that those are less fun, which is extraordinarily stupid. Why would you ever make your game less fun intentionally? It is the stupidest thing ever. They update the game, which makes... they change fundamental things about the characters that you play, the classes that you choose, the weapons that you are forced to use, so that people who PvP can get their way. Right? The issue with that is then it changes the fucking weapons also for the people who PvE. That's not fun. All of a sudden your damage goes from like killing an enemy that is really tough for most people in like 20 to 30 shots, all the way down to not being able to fucking kill them because suddenly your weapon was fucking nerfed or changed in such a way that it makes your character nigh unplayable to use in PvE. And then there's shit like Skyblock, which updates. Skyblock can't have PvP. It would make the game against Minecraft's EULA, which is bad because then fucking Hypixel could get shut down by Microsoft and Mojang for breaking the fucking EULA. You see the issue? They can't have PvP, so they are forced to work on the PvE. And if they are forced to work on the PvE, then the PvE is going to be better than in some other MMO, because they're forced to work on it. They're forced to make it fun. If they don't make it fun, that's their entire fucking community gone. Yeah, there's some people that want PvP to be brought back, but those people are stupid. It's like the one MMO in the fucking world that is actually focused on PvE. And they're saying, oh, we want PvP. No. There's a few other games that are really enjoyable. Like Onigiri. Onigiri is extraordinarily enjoyable MMO. I love the game. I wish that it was better translated. I can read some Japanese, but not like 100% of a fucking game worth of Japanese. So it's like, do I want to play said game that I can't even enjoy the storyline of? Not really. I would like to be able to thoroughly enjoy my game's story, even if it is an MMO. But the MMO is really fun, but it's also like not translated for like 99% of the things. Onigiri, as far as I'm aware, does not have a single necessary monetary purchase in it. I'm pretty sure it has roulette, which can give you shit, and it has cosmetics that you can buy. I don't believe that the roulette, I could be wrong, has things that give you a notable buff compared to people who don't spend money. There is a notable issue with Skyblock though. Skyblock's kind of going down the route of Genshin Impact, which is extraordinarily bad. Skyblock is already really easy. Like, extraordinarily easy. Its drop rates are extremely forgiving. Like, its rarest drop rates now, the Enrager, as far as I'm aware, at 1 in 500 something thousand. And it's a easier drop to get the lower tier Kudra that you fight. Meanwhile, if you play other MMOs, like, let's say Black Desert again, you'll have shit like fucking the compass and the map that people grind for years without ever getting a piece of. They're so rare that they take years of grinding to get, and even then you're not guaranteed to get them. Meanwhile, Skyblock's doing the fucking Genshin Impact thing where they're giving you fucking pity systems so that you can eventually get what you're after, removing a whole lot of the grind in the game. There are people who like grind. There's also people that don't like grind. I don't really care. Grind is grind. If I'm forced to do it, so be it. If I'm not forced to do it, good. I don't particularly like grind. But if the grind is fun, then that's fine. If the grind makes you want to die, that's not fine. That's very bad. Because that means the game was very poorly designed. Did I just get everything? The info is excessive. It's all the infos. Okay. Anyway. Pity systems are bad in some areas. They're good in the case of Genshin Impact because they're preventing you from spending all of your money. Go look at fucking Tectone trying to get Hu Tao and Hu Tao's fucking spear when Hu Tao first came out. They spent like fucking $12,000 and didn't get like the spear at all. Which prompted them to add a pity system. That's a good pity system. A bad pity system is where it removes you having to do basically everything. The only thing that does not have a pity system right now in Skyblock, as far as I'm aware, is 1, dragons, and 2, Kudra. Kudra's brand new. Dragons are old. Dragon shit's cheap. Kudra shit isn't. A pity system on Kudra would single-handedly ruin the game. For the sole purpose of the only item that has a drop rate comparable to any other MMO. The Enrager would basically be free. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. There's a few things that I'm still waiting on Traveling Merchant to have, even after 3,000 hours, checking every Traveling Merchant. But, anyway. If you remove 100% of everything from the game, that's bad. Skyblock has done some pretty stupid and bad choices. Skyblock single-handedly ruined a few things of its game. For one, they don't listen to their community 99% of the time. But that can be said for, like, everything in the world. Like, YouTube doesn't listen to their content creators unless their content creators go to fucking Twitter to go hit up YouTube. Which is extraordinarily stupid that you have to go to an external source to get the attention of the people that you need the attention of to actually fix your issues. If you get falsely banned on Hypixel, unless you are a content creator, not just any content creator, but a content creator that is notable in the community, that gets a lot of views, and is known throughout the entirety of the community, basically, and have the YouTube rank, you are completely basically shunned from getting any kind of support from Hypixel. If you got falsely banned, have 100% viable proof that you were falsely banned. okay, if I went on Skyblock right now and took off all my mods and then somehow got banned right now, and I had VOD evidence, video evidence of me not doing anything against their rules, I would not be able to get unbanned. There is no way in hell that I would be able to get unbanned. Unless I drew the attention from, like, a bigger content creator from that Hypixel actually acknowledges. Which is practically impossible. Anyway, there's a lot of very simple things that could be solved very easily throughout a bunch of different games and websites. YouTube could fix a lot of their own issues if they actually hired people and had people do their fucking job, along with actually making YouTube Kids a thing that's not just fucking completely forgotten and disused and just a place for fucking rampant porn. If YouTube made YouTube Kids just on the fucking own website where it's just something that you go to, like how YouTube Gaming's its own fucking thing, but it's still on the YouTube main site, like, if that was a thing, that would fix a lot of issues. But YouTube Kids is its own site for some reason, and is just filled with porn because they can't moderate their own goddamn website with a $1 trillion company. Alphabet owns fucking Boston Dynamics. They have enough capital that they could buy Meta. They could fucking own Facebook if they want. The corporation that owns Google is worth enough money that they could straight up buy Meta, one of the major contenders for online space in the world. Yet they cannot properly maintain their own sites, even though they own aerospace agencies, security details. They own fucking reCAPTCHA. They own the little CAPTCHA box that you have to tick on every single website that you go to. They own everything, yet they can't maintain YouTube, which is like one of the biggest websites in the world. I really, really do hope that that lawsuit against YouTube does reach the Supreme Court and does get won. Because if that was one, I would have actually preferred YouTube over Twitch. Twitch has its own handful of problems that Amazon can't seem to fucking figure out. Obviously, everywhere has problems. Anyway. There's so many fucking different problems that could be solved in so many different ways. The entirety of the US's travel infrastructure could be solved with two simple things that would cost the US, like, it would cost them a lot, but it would only cost them like a year worth of fucking tax money. A lot of the US's travel infrastructure problems could be solved with one simple thing. nationalizing their goddamn rail systems. If they did that, it would solve so many problems. It would speed up travel times on highways. It would do a lot. Oh, what's wrong with travel times on highways? Well, currently there's these big ass trucks taking up the highways, causing potholes and blah 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 blah. Potholes are caused by overwhelming stress on the roads, blah 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 blah. Bigger trucks cause more stress faster. So remove 18-wheelers, you have less potholes, obviously. So, what's the solution? Fucking rail. With high-speed rail, you could get from Manhattan, New York, all the way to Los Angeles in less than 9 hours. That same trip in a car right now would take almost 50 hours. That same trip in a plane would take less than an hour. Planes would obviously be faster, yes, except for you're forgetting a fucking plane ticket is exorbitantly priced. Meanwhile, high-speed rail tickets, if nationalized and subsidized, would cost like 15 to 30 goddamn bucks. 15 to 30 bucks to go across the entirety of the continental US. Like, public transport in the US is just so shitty. And all of it could be solved so easily. There's just so many problems that could be solved so easily, yet people are just so fucking stupid. I was watching Armchair Urbanist talk about fucking railways and how the fucking big rail companies that own basically all of the railroads in the entire US, they're owned by 4 companies. Basically, those people that own those railways will not serve shipping because it doesn't make enough money. And they pay their workers shit prices. And evidently, on top of that, workers don't even get to know their hours until they're practically working. Like, everything about the US rail system is so very stupid. It would cost, I believe, according to math, like $10 trillion to put high-speed rail throughout the entirety of the US. Which, I'm gonna be fair, sounds like a lot. That's like a single year worth of taxes. It's not a lot. If 1 year worth of taxes, that's before they spend all of their money on fucking, sending people to their death over in the Middle East. Before all that. Anyway, if they stop spending all of their goddamn money on the military for like a year or two, they could pay for high-speed rail across the entire US, subsidize it via taxes, and then put the money back into the army for all they care. Except for, why would you want to put your money back into the army? The army does not need to have like 75% of the budget. The army probably gets a lot less than that, but I don't care. It gets too much. Evidently, the few things of high-speed rail we have, one of them's complete dog shit. Well, the one on the East Coast is complete and utter dog shit. Meanwhile, the one on the West Coast is actually decent. I don't know if there's any more, but we should easily have fucking high-speed rail between major city centers in the US. Why we don't? Money. Just money. Over near me, rail lines are the same rail lines that were laid down in the 1810s, 1820s. Nothing's changed in 200 years. Why? Something has changed. I take back my statement. The only thing that has changed is that the U.S. ripped out all of their public transport infrastructure in all of their cities after World War II. That's the big change. What else could easily be fixed? Oh yeah, the US healthcare system could easily be fixed as well. All they would have to do is, let us pay for fucking healthcare with our taxes so that we don't have to, die instead of going to the hospital. Because people choose to fucking die rather than go into an ambulance because it's going to cost them their entire life savings just for the ride to the hospital, let alone the $3 million it's going to cost them to get treated for whatever the fuck happened. There's a story. It goes something like this. I don't know if it's true or not, so I don't really care if it is or not. Man goes to the hospital because of a heart attack. He leaves the hospital after a few days, and then gets the bill from the hospital at like $1 million something dollars. I think it was like $1,200,000 something for like the 3-night stay in the hospital and being treated for having a fucking heart attack and almost dying. And then proceeds to have another fucking heart attack. $1 million is more money than some people will ever see in their life. And if you're expected to shell out as much money as some people ever see in their fucking life so that you do not die because you don't have health insurance that won't cover 99% of the shit that you would need, then that's really stupid. Your option shouldn't be, oh, you should spend all of your life savings on health insurance so that you could go to the hospital if you get hurt. It should be, okay, cool. Here's like a small portion of your taxes, and taxes increased by like 0.01%. Cool. It wouldn't even be that much. It would be like 0.00001% increase to your taxes to subsidize the entirety of healthcare, and maybe a tad more to subsidize an entire high-speed rail network across the U.S. There's a lot of people in the U.S. People forget that. Subsidizing something isn't necessarily going to add like 3 full fucking percent to your taxes. Subsidizing something, especially fucking healthcare that's necessary for people, subsidizing shit like that isn't going to increase your taxes by all that much. I mean, the fucking CAD machines in the machines that do scans on you, CAT scans and all that shit, those things cost less than what it costs you to get a scan on those machines in the US. you could go and buy one of those machines yourself for less than it would cost you to go get that scan at the hospital. I believe that someone said that it was like 5 cents to get like not even 5 cents. It's like a tenth of a penny to get a scan in India from the CAT scan machine, right? Okay? If it's a tenth of a fucking cent in India, you could, I think it was like you could get tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of scans on those machines before you would even reach the price that it is to get one scan in the US. Which is extraordinarily stupid. I also, if I remember correctly, heard that the US's healthcare prices are so high because you're supposed to haggle them down, which is also incredibly stupid. Why in the fuck would someone design the healthcare system around fucking haggling? Yeah, let me just bargain with my fucking life real quick. Like, what? I'm just rambling about random shit that I've either heard or seen at this point. Like, I don't understand. The cost to transition, the cost that it would cost me to transition right now is 180,000 USD. With 180,000 USD, I could afford to live the rest of my life. 180,000 USD. That is a price that is put on my mental health. Plus, that's not even the full price, because that doesn't include shit like, you know, fucking hormones, which you would have to take for practically the rest of your life. Those are also expensive. Really expensive. Everything in this world is unnecessarily expensive. If the US could have city design like the Netherlands and rail system design like Switzerland, then the US would be a much happier place. If on top of that we had subsidized healthcare, it would be one of the happiest places on earth. People would be so much happier in a world like that. It's so incredibly stupid how stupid the US is. The US, its population, is by far one of, if not the most ignorant and most stupid populations on the planet. I don't remember the channel name, but they review basic household items, basically, on their channel. And they said something. I don't really remember exactly what it was, even though I saw it literally yesterday. My memory is too bad. Also something that I can't really afford to do anything about because, you know, I don't have the money to go into the fucking US healthcare system. Anyway. There's a lot of stupid shit. I already forgot what I was gonna say. If I think about it, I'll say it. Or something. Oh yeah. People get stuck up with themselves and think that there's never any change. These aren't exact words, but obviously. I barely remember what I'm talking about. But like, they're not wrong. People will try one thing, and if they don't like it, they'll never try it again. It doesn't matter if that thing's changed, or how long ago it was. If they fucking tried something and didn't like it, and it's been like 30 years, they're not going to think to ever try that thing again. If I went and tried a new toaster, and that brand of toaster literally fucking exploded in my face, I would not try that toaster again. If I tried a new type of light bulb and that light bulb fucking zapped me every time that I had to replace it, and then it had to be replaced frequently, I would not want to use said light bulb. But that light bulb would then, over the years, also be fixed and improved upon, and maybe even become the better option. Yet, because of one bad experience, you'd be like, no, this will never change. That's just how that is. That's how it should be, which is stupid. That's how people are with the fucking US transportation system. Oh, me sitting in traffic all day, that's how it should be. That's how it's always been. Except for it's not been. That's how it's been in the past fucking 80 years. It wasn't even like this a century ago. Not even a century ago, traffic was so much better at the advent of the car. Before World War II, everything about transportation in the US was so much better. When cities started being redesigned, tore down and redesigned for the car, that is when transportation got worse. The little visual thing that I saw on the Armchair Urbanist was a little visual thing that said it had a highlighted bus, a highlighted train car, and an entire highway of backed up cars, all highlighted. And for each one of the highlighted things, it said, this carries 50 people. One car of a passenger train. This carries 50 people. One bus. And then it's like, this carries 50 people. The entire fucking highway. It's not false. Most people aren't carpooling to work. Most people have their own car and will drive because driving is a necessity in the shitty US that's been built in the past 80 years. How likely would you be to fucking walk somewhere in the US? Very unlikely. Probably because things are too far away. Why? Why can't I walk? Why can't I go outside without thinking I'm gonna get shot? Like, all of these things are flaws. Big inherent flaws. Why do I have to use this metal death box called a fucking car? should not be necessary to have a car. Why do I have to put a down payment of like fucking $180,000 on a trailer? I just said 180,000 because it's the number from earlier, but like, why are there stupid prices for any kind of house anywhere? Another thing I saw, it was that companies were buying up trailer parks in the US so that they could jack up the prices for the trailers in the trailer parks, so that they could force the occupants of said trailers out of the trailer parks, so that they could demolish a trailer park so that they could use the land for something else other than the residential area that it was for like the past 40 years. That's really fucking sad. There's currently, evidently, no protection for that. There's protection if it's a house, there's protection if it's a small neighborhood, there's no protection if it's a trailer park. Which are one of the cheapest options for living. I mean, a trailer is plenty big enough. All you really need to live is like a bedroom, a kitchen, and a bathroom. You don't need much more than that. I don't need to have 5 different rooms for different televisions and a pool table because that's not necessary. I don't want those, nor do I need them. I can just put a TV in the bedroom. There we go. You don't need 12 bathrooms and 15 bedrooms in this giant mansion. You don't need this $12 million Bugatti that goes 420 kilometers an hour. What are you gonna fucking drive it on? The fucking German Autobahn? You know, the one that the only speed that has the max speed that's been driven on it was like 300 kilometers an hour? That's still 120 kilometers an hour. Slower. What the fuck are you paying for those extra 120 kilometers an hour for? You're not gonna use them, especially if you don't live in the fucking Europe or Germany. You're not gonna go drive on the fucking Autobahn every day. There's so much stupid bullshit that goes on. Why in the world would anyone pay fucking $100,000 for a car? Why would you pay $50,000 for a car that costs that company less than fucking $1,000 to build? That company probably bought all of the material for said car for like $12 because of a mass bulk shipment. And then on top of that, they probably paid their workers like a fucking penny to put together said car. In fact, it's probably fully automated, so no workers to deal with, right? Like, I don't understand. Bugatti's price is so high because as far as I'm aware, Bugatti hand fucking makes every single piece of their cars themselves. Which is really fucking expensive and time consuming. Still, it's not fucking $12 million for a fucking car expensive. I don't give a damn how much work was put into that. There's so much stupid in cars, period. There's a special type of concrete or cement, I don't know which one it is, that's used on roads. There's a special kind of the one that's used on roads, right? That is like, when a car drives on it, it's like 50% fucking quieter. It's slightly more expensive. Right? And it's not used in the US at all. Why? People have noise pollution all the time everywhere in the US. I live in between two fucking railroad tracks from the 18 goddamn hundreds. It's loud as fuck here. And I don't even live in the city. Or next to the goddamn highway like some people do. Anyway, cars, on top of that, on top of really expensive cars existing just to be really expensive cars, and for no other fucking reason, a lot of the faster cars aren't even road legal. So, what are you gonna do? Look at them? You just spent like $12 million for a car that you have to look at because you can't drive it outside because that's illegal. And then on top of that, normal cars that normal people drive, people get upset when you don't know exactly what a car is because you're not a car person, which is very stupid. Because normal car A, random Toyota, is going to look the exact same as normal car B, that's a fucking like Honda. They're gonna look the exact same. How the fuck are you telling them apart? It makes no sense. You have to be like some super genius to tell these cars that are basically mass produced and that have a different fucking sticker put on the front apart. Because like every single car that's been made in the past like 20, 30, 40 fucking years has looked the exact fucking same. I don't know exactly how long that's been going on, but like older cars actually look different. There's a notable difference between different versions of a car from ye olden days when cars actually looked different. And there wasn't fucking... Actually, there was. No. Muscle cars almost all look the exact same. Yet, like, how the fuck am I supposed to tell them apart? And why do people get upset if I just say, oh, look, red car. I don't care if it's like some 1973 fucking car that was only had like 12 produced. It's like, ooh, red car looks cool, I guess. Why care? It's not your car. You're not the one owning it. You're not the one driving it. It's got a triple key. Do I remember what that does? Hell no. It's been like a fucking... it's been like a few months to a year since I last fucking did anything like that. Blinker doesn't matter. The ultraviolet torch doesn't matter. In fact, hold on. There. I keep ultraviolet torches in my goddamn piggy bank, so. There's so much stupid shit about cars, about American infrastructure, and just everything in America. It's so stupid. This is where we get to the annoying part, where there's a bunch of sand. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Okay. Okay. Down here to get rid of this. I'll probably play some Minecraft sometime soon. Not Skyblock though. Skyblock, I'm still grinding out other shit, and I can't be fucked. Mahogany. Let's go store this shit. Do 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 do. Okay. Lots of just shit. Okay. go continue. We finally made it down to where this section, this place over, is finally the same level as the desert. Which means that we can start going down massively. Such a big area now. It is so much destroyed. Right now, all that's going to be left in the world, after I finish mining out this, removing all of this lava and all of this ash at the very, very bottom, all that's going to be left is my fishing spot, these areas for these guys, which will be destroyed. Obviously, everything will. Hi, Jan. And there's underground mob farm right there. Corruption, I believe. Hollow. Crimson. And then up here is, I believe, Hollow or Corrupted Desert. I have no clue. I don't remember. Oh no, this is Crimson and Hollow. How has been? Fine, I guess. I've just been sitting here ranting for the past hour and a half about stupid shit. Why are you talking in the second person, Jan? The pirates are here. Oh no, whatever shall I do? Where are they fucking spawning from? It's not like they have a fucking world to spawn on. Oh yeah, because of this I'm not going to be able to use pylons. That's annoying. I'm going to deal with this. 90% of the words you say are bullshit? Nuh-uh. Why you lie? 99% of the words you say are bullshit. Hey, there went the Flying Dutchman. How many Flying Dutchmen can we kill? Or is it only one? No, there's at least two. there's a third one. I guess we killed all three because there's no more. Bunch of golden furniture. There, we got a bunch of shit that don't matter at all. Oh, God. What have you been up to, Jan? Yeah. Okay. My eyes are starting to hurt again. I don't know why my eyes have been hurting a lot. You've been playing Val? I don't know what that is. Oh, by the way, if you haven't noticed, I added a bot to the Discord that just tells people when a video's been uploaded to my YouTube. Because I kept forgetting to do it, so I might as well just have a bot to do it for me. GTFO is on sale, and I'm thinking of getting it. Is it, in a few hours, Fallout 3 is going to be free on Epic Games. Aiden the Traveling Merchant is here. Or just before the fucking buying. There's one item I've been searching for in the Traveling Merchant for well over 3,000 hours. I've not played GTFO in forever. The last time that I played GTFO was... Let's actually go look. The last time that I played GTFO was January 1st, 2021. Ah, so the last time I played GTFO was with my ex. We're about back to where we need to be. What was that? I heard a click and I don't know what it was. I'm rather tired. I woke up at like, I think 10 p.m. and it's currently 9 a.m. This is being annoying. Recently, I've been playing a lot of Zomboid, as you can probably see due to the VODs, and a lot of this and Warframe. I've been playing a lot less Minecraft, but I still want to play Minecraft. It's just the shit that I want to do, I know is going to take me like at least a couple hundred hours. And the things I want to do in Skyblock are just, it's just a waiting game, waiting for fucking mayors at this point. And that's random, so yeah. If you're ever wondering what I'm doing when I'm not streaming, by the way, Jan, this is probably what I'm doing. Just sitting here destroying the world line by line, by line, by line, by line, by line, till it's eventually gone. Advil, the traveling merchant, has departed. Bees are such a fucking annoyance. The honey is so annoying. It gives you healing, but like I don't need any of this honey here. So it's just an annoyance at this point. I don't know what to talk about now. I've talked about how shitty the internet and the US are. What else is there to talk about? Your shitty internet? At least it's not dial-up. I really can't think of anything at all anymore. Fuck. Brain empty. tired of doing really short streams, but I'm also like tired of playing these same games. You're gonna play GTFO when you get it? I don't know. Not played it in a very long time. And it's a very slow game. There's games I do want to play and shit that I do want to do, but like, I don't have $60 to spend on a fucking game every other day. If I don't even have the $13 a month to spend on the one game that I do know that I want to play, then, like, I definitely don't have the $60 to spend on random games. I wish that, like, the Humble Monthly and fucking, Epic Games free games would be fucking better. Because the Epic Games free games for this week that came out today are a game that I already have and a game that I don't care about. I mean, it's good for my friend who has never played the Fallout games before and just bought their first Fallout game, which just so happened to not be Fallout 3. But like, other than that one very specific case, you know, free Fallout 3 is pretty shitty. god, stop being annoying, game. Fucking bees are so fucking annoying. I hate them so goddamn much. The issue I've had recently is most of the shit that I want to do, like, I want to watch some of the new animes that I'm enjoying, but like, here's the issue with the new animes I've been enjoying. They all come out on fucking Monday and Saturday. So there's like, just a big swath of days where nothing comes out. There's nothing new for me to watch, new for me to do. It's all just sit here and either mine this, or I can go play one of the games that I play off stream only, or sit here and watch random YouTube video for the entire day, which gets really fucking tiring. A lot of people think that being able to play games as a job is really cool or really easy. It's not easy, first off. Like, I don't make a living off of this, obviously. The thing is it frustrating at points? Sometimes. Is it fun at points? Yeah. Would I ever stop streaming? Probably not. Like, I'm gonna be playing these games anyway, so why the fuck not? There's no reason to not. And if something ever comes of it, well, cool. If nothing ever comes of it, okay. That's something I don't understand about some people. Some people quit streaming or doing YouTube because they get burnt out, and for no other reason, which I don't understand. Other people quit because they have a social life and it's taking up too much time, which is more understandable. I mean, I don't have a social life, so I can't really relate, but it's more understandable than just quitting for no apparent reason, other than you just got tired of it. Like, why quit for the reason of, oh, I'm not feeling like it anymore, and then just go on to do the exact same thing? Especially if, like, you've been doing it for years. Like, you've built a habit of, like, practically talking to yourself if you actually talk during your streams or YouTube. So it's like, you're not going to get away from it at that point. Or it's going to take a lot of work to get away from it. So it's like, okay, you're quitting because you can't do this anymore. But you're going to continue playing the games that you were already playing on your Twitch or YouTube. And you've already built your habit of talking to yourself while playing said games, so you're just going to be doing the exact same thing without uploading it anywhere. I don't see, there's no reason to not upload it. Okay, here's the thing, Markiplier, specifically, in one of their more recent videos in the past few months to, yeah, just past few months, not even a year ago at this point, looked like they looked and sounded like they were dead inside and did not want to be there. That is understandable. If you're to that point, that's very understandable. Would Mark still play games if they quit doing YouTube? I have no clue. I don't know, Mark. I watched them on YouTube, like, fucking for less than a year. I can't say. I'm not them. But, like, Mark is a very sociable person from what I have seen. And being a very sociable person, on top of that, like, they have a social life. They can actually go and do something else. They're not just a person that sits at their computer all day playing video games because that's the only way that they've lived their life for the past fucking 22 years. PewDiePie has said that he's retired, right? From YouTube, basically. His entire channel is basically just VODs now. PewDiePie is practically burnt out of doing gaming content. Does PewDiePie still play games? Maybe a little bit, but I doubt that after fucking everything that they've done, that they want to play games all the time still. Those, Jack, Mark, and Felix, those three are very different from some other YouTubers. Those three are very sociable. So if they were to ever stop playing video games or stop doing YouTube entirely, they at least have a social life that they can go into. I'm just completely fucking out of everything. "100% of everything that I've done in the past 22 years has been online. If I stopped streaming and never streamed again today, I would still play the same game. I would still do the exact same thing I'm doing now until this project was done. I would still go and 100% Hypixel Skyblock. I would still do all of the things that I'm doing. if you think about it, Felix, Mark, Jack, all of them, well, specifically Felix, kind of just woke up one day. After doing the same thing that they had been doing, they just woke up one day to suddenly being a lot more fucking famous. There was one day when it was just normal, average views on their channel, and then the next day, it was astronomically more. If you are streaming or doing YouTube and you don't enjoy what you're doing, then you should look for something else to stream or do YouTube for. Or completely quit if that would make you happier. If completely quitting would not make you happier, then don't do that. I mean, everything I've said so far is pretty fucking obvious shit. But for some reason, people think that they're not allowed to do that shit for some reason. Like, you're a person, you have your own human rights. You can do whatever the fuck you want. If you are a horror gaming YouTuber, and you think that going and playing The Sims 4 as your main game would make you happier, and it would, then why not? You shouldn't have to be obsessed with getting maximum amount of views out of every YouTube video that you post. You shouldn't be forced to play a game you hate simply because, oh, this game that I hate is what's actually paying bills. It's what's actually making revenue. It's what's getting people to actually click on the channel. Yeah, but if you're sacrificing your own happiness for money, that's not good. I really need money. That's why there's a bunch of donation links under the stream. Does anyone go down the stream? To the bottom of the stream? No. Do I point them out? Not really. If I ever point out anything below the stream, it's either fucking Assault Miner so people have something to play while they're watching the stream, or it's the fucking preservation link, the Pangolin preservation link down below the stream. It's typically never the links to my shit. I'd much rather people's money go toward the actual cause that I would, like to fucking help. Isn't that why people work a 9 to 5? I would not work a 9 to 5. I can't say reasons because I would get banned off of Twitch, but yeah, no. I'm not good at the shit required to even work a 9 to 5 job. So I wouldn't even be able to get a 9 to 5 job. Working for minimum wage here also just isn't fucking worth it, because minimum wage isn't gonna give me enough money to do literally anything. minimum wage isn't going to put food on the table and keep a roof over your head, which is extraordinarily stupid. On top of that, my innate fear of people does not help my situation with getting a fucking job. Let's do some math real quick. Calculator. It would take 25,000 hours worth of working. 25,000 hours worth of working to make enough money to transition off of minimum wage. Isn't that fun? The key to actual, like, mental health and happiness is locked behind 25,000 hours of a shit job that no one wants to do. Why would anyone want to work 25,000 hours? And that's just to get the money. You also have to spend that money while you're earning it, which means that it's going to take even longer. Even if minimum wage was put to the fucking $15 an hour that people are saying, it would still take like an exorbitant amount of time. It would take roughly half the time. A little bit less than half. Like 48.2 or something % of that time. But that's still a lot of time. Hold on, I'll do the math for it. Fuck it, why not? I have nothing better to do than use a random calculator. So, calculator. 12,000. So, hours to years. $12,000 hours at $15 an hour is 1.4 years. It would take a year and a half of working minimum wage. If minimum wage was $15, like people are wanting. Okay. For 25,000 hours, that was almost 3 years of constant work. Just so you can afford something you want. One thing. Your fucking mental health. Yeah, that's pretty fucking great, ain't it? Having to work multiple years of your life at a job that you hate. Because that's 3 years of work just for the money, while you're having to also spend that money at the same time. So it's going to take even longer. So it's probably going to take like a decade. And by that time, who the fuck cares? I'll probably be dead in a decade. Like, why should I have to plan around a fucking decade in the goddamn future to be happy?
Happy.
Read. We're talking about minimum wage and stupid shit like the American healthcare system.
Oh.
Minimum wage here is $7.25.
Yeah, that's about the lowest it can go.
The cost to transition is 180,000 USD. It would take roughly 25,000 hours of work at minimum wage to get $180,000. Meanwhile, you'd also have to spend that money to keep a roof over your head and food in your belly so that you don't, die. So it's like a decade of work.
The way things are now, too expensive. It's
What?
no good.
What?
Oh, I'm just saying, it's just no good. It's too low.
Also, I saw someone in my lobby in one of the games I played yesterday called Crow Cafe.
Crow Cafe.
KURO_CAFE.
Interesting. Never heard of it.
Not a game. Name.
Oh. Someone you knew.
I've just been sitting here mining out a Terraria world for 2 hours.
Why?
What have you been up to?
Put a new. How to replace my a cord to my battery, and then, well, my truck battery, my vehicle battery. So I spent a couple hours just working on that, and
I
then.
have to replace my headset.
Oh yeah.
This headset cost me $350. No, the one that I want costs $350. This headset cost, I believe, 200 something bucks.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's getting more and more fucked up over time.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's like $300 more than I have, so.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it seems to go that way. At least for me, it seems that way. The more expensive ones end up breaking on you. I can go years buying just a $50 one.
You see, I know that this headset has a typical problem wrong with it that causes breaks in it. It's not even that's wrong with it. It's something completely different. If it was like the standard issue that people have with this fucking headset, it would be more understandable because they will actively fix that for you.
Uh-huh.
But like, this is a completely different issue. Because normally a different connector starts to fall apart. The one from that connects the head strip to the bayonet, the thing that goes over your head to the actual like connector that connects to the earpiece, that typically gets really loose, and there's like no visible way to fix it. That you'd have to take the headset completely apart, and I don't know how to do that. Plus, it's like plastic, so
yeah, it could be real iffy if you try.
But that's not what's wrong with mine. What's wrong with mine is the other connector that's on this, that's on there. Because there's So there's 3 pieces. I mean, technically there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the left ear, the right ear. There's the headband or whatever the fuck you'd call it that goes over your head, and then there's a connector that goes from the ear to the head thing. And those connectors have 2 link points. One that connects the connector to the head thing, and one that connects the connector to the ear. And on the left ear, the connector between the link point thing from the connector to the ear is really loose.
That sucks.
And it's normally the one that links the connector to the headband thing.
Right. It's smooth, dude. Damn. Be broken and stuff, man. What is that? Just like auto mining for you as you go through?
No, I'm sitting here holding left click.
Oh. And why are you doing that?
Because I'm destroying the entire world.
Oh. Oh.
Give me a second. There is no surface. There is no underworld. There is no center of the world. And yeah, I've just eaten away at a massive chunk of the world at this point. I don't know how much. Percentage-wise, though. Not good at percentiles.
The freaking... What is that? Pretty much like a stand?
What?
Like the little floaty guy next to you.
This? This guy?
Yeah,
It's,
when I saw him fly off, he pretty much
he's
did
a summon from my armor set. That doesn't
Oh.
count toward my max summons.
God, man.
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess he's a reference to JoJo because he's literally a
There you go.
Stardust Guardian.
Uh-huh.
I still haven't watched the second half of the newest JoJo season.
I think no. Wait. Where am I at? Oh no, I think I'm just on the season where where it's with not Dio, but his like, I don't know, grandchild or something, or a relative of Dio, the Italian dude.
DiGiorno Pizza?
Yeah, totally.
Anyway, if you think about it, in the first season of JoJo, Joseph kills his own dog.
He kills his own dog.
Dio throws the dog while it's alive into the fucking incinerator that later gets turned on by one of the fucking maids. But Joseph, Joestar, the first JoJo, was feeding his dog grapes, which you're not supposed to do because that can kill your fucking dog.
He was a kid. He didn't know anything. But...
So Dio didn't kill the dog, Joseph killed the dog.
I mean, in a sense, yeah. But...
I like how you didn't even question me about the skull that's following me.
Oh, I've seen it. I figured it was just one of the things.
I've got two skulls following me, actually.
Well, why are they following?
The big one is a pet that I got for killing the dungeon guardian. And the small one is I don't know what. It's been too long.
Well,
Wisp in a bottle.
oh.
It's the one providing me light.
Hmm. And here's
These, my fucking summons are like brain dead. The swords don't attack like 90% of the time. And it's really annoying because if they would attack, it would save me like a lot of time in mining out the world. Because a lot of my time wasted is just because bees are being a bitch.
Yeah. Showtime. Constellation, constipation. Oh, okay. Good night.
Big decorative.
Oops.
I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to tell you. Just keep mining.
Fuck. Don't forget that one of the stands in JoJo was literally a monkey's stand to have an entire fucking ship.
Yeah. It was amazing. Oh my god, it's Re-God.
I'm tired. I just don't want to fucking mine anymore.
Well, don't mind it.
I don't have anything else to do right now.
Got that one.
The thing I want to do, I can't do because I'm not fucking giving Jagex $13 a month so that I can play old school RuneScape.
Oh.
If you don't buy the membership for old school RuneScape, you're evidently locked out of like 99% of the content in the game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe this game is still around. If you've ever heard of Tibia.
I have no clue.
I guess you can think of it as like old school RuneScape. But I mean, as far as I know, I don't think there was any kind of subscription to play it. But I don't even know if it
I mean, you don't have to
around.
pay for the membership. You're just not allowed to access the majority of the map. You don't get to access some of the skills.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get to play the game.
No, I know. I played RuneScape. That was years ago.
As long as I'm fine with a game having a subscription for the game, I don't like that they have a subscription and free-to-play just can't access the vast majority of the game, even though it's a free-to-play game, right?
Yeah.
But it's better than if they were to sell fucking old-school RuneScape for let's say $30 and then still have this same subscription that unlocks like the vast majority of the game. Like the Final Fantasy Online game or ESO. You buy the game, and then you have to pay to play the game.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Choose one or the other, not both. You're not allowed to have both. I saw a block fall down here, and now I have to fucking go down and get it. There it was. Goodbye, Plantera. I was thinking of playing Vampire, but then I was like, that last boss was really fucking annoying, and I really don't want to deal with that right now.
Understandable.
The Vampire was fun at the start. Then the last boss that I beat got really annoying, and the boss that I'm currently at is even more annoying. And like, your game should not be annoying.
Yeah.
I understand being difficult if I put it on the hardest difficulty, but it shouldn't be annoying. The game rewards you for killing innocent people, right? By giving you more XP, right? And I'm purposefully not killing a bunch of innocent people, but the game is like trying to force me to do it. And then I get into the fight, and the boss is like talking about how I've gone around fucking murdering people. And I'm like, but I haven't. What are you talking about? And the boss has like no openings and is immune to your attacks when they have this one opening. So the entire boss is really easy. I could beat the boss really fucking easily. It would just take like 12 hours.
Yeah.
The boss also had like 12 different plot holes. Which is really weird. I don't know how they managed to fit so many plot holes. It's like they were competing with fucking Scott Cawthon for the most plot holes in a single game.
Maybe.
Like, somehow the boss was both not alive until like last night in the game, but also following me around for over a week.
But
Yes, because that makes sense. They're totally not mutually exclusive.
uh-huh. And there's like or anything behind that.
And for some reason, this newborn vampire is, for some reason, much harder to kill than an ancient, like, multi-thousand-year-old vampire that's been murdering people for literal eons.
Yeah. Always hated that kind of stuff. Like, you come in as a character who's literally already built up and everything, in a sense, in his own lore or story, but then you have to actually build him up in the game anyway.
The last boss was a special type of vampire that had, quote, been alive for centuries or even thousands of years. Basically, some of the first fucking vampires, right?
Right.
Okay. This guy was also, like, the guy in charge of keeping all the other vampires in line. So he would go and fucking kill the vampires that didn't do what the master vampires wanted. And he's like this real big tough guy that can like fucking two-hit you. And he's less annoying and less powerful than the very next boss that's a newborn vampire from like yesterday.
Yeah.
How? That's like Count Dracula being weaker than the fucking Muppet vampire.
That's good.
The game also didn't teach you a core mechanic in the tutorial.
Oh yeah.
So I had to go look at the controls of the game to figure out how to fucking use it. Which is just all around bad game design.
Yeah.
It's still not as bad as fucking MiHoYo putting anti-cheat on fucking Genshin Impact. They don't want people to have fun because it means that they make less money.
Yeah. Just mining the water.
I'm just absorbing it with my sponge.
Oh. That's funny.
It's annoying because it makes me dismount my mount.
Oh.
Imagine playing World of Warcraft, but you're not allowed to ever leave the starting city.
Challenge accepted.
That's basically what Jagex wants free-to-play players do.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're not gonna give us $13 a month? Okay, cool. You can sit here and fucking die because you didn't give us money. You have access to these 3 kingdoms out of the entire map, and you don't even get full access to the third one. And you get partial access to the wilderness. Good luck. When I was looking at a thread talking about how to, you know, pay for the membership with in-game currency,
Uh-huh.
it was like, okay, you need to put like in 4 months worth of fucking effort to level your skills. And the skills that they told you to level was leveling up. I don't remember the first two, but one of them was Herblore to max, to level 99. Herblore is evidently locked behind having a membership. So you have to max level a member-only skill without being a member, so that you can pay for membership. I think there's an issue there.
Yeah. It's dumb. If anything, you should always just be able to max over yourself.
Get level. Might be done playing this. I'm tired already. It's only been like 3 hours though. Will's helmet, because that's one of the dev sets. I think I already have that though.
Mm.
How much platinum do I have? 390. That's how much. That's like 390 more than I will ever need. Back with BLT and fried noodles. I would like to get it down to this level, but how many levels of fucking mining is that? That's a lot of digging just to get it down to there. That's at least like 20 more fucking rows. This one, that one, that one. That's at 4 right there. Da, da, da. Hired. I know what to do. If I don't know what to do, I just stop doing everything and go to sleep. That's a good idea, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think Jan would like that, because Jan's not been able to be in a stream in like a month. Me just ending the stream to go to sleep or fucking walk around not knowing what to do until I decide to go to sleep in like 12 hours because I'm stupid and can't make up my mind. Oh, that's funny coming from you, Jan. You're the one that never sleeps. I'm at least finishing what I'm doing. Even if what I'm doing is very stupid. Okay, done. I just need to count that and then I'm good.
Ow.
What?
Ow. I sneezed. It hurt.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. I would have to dig out 28 layers worth of fucking shit. So, that's a lot. That is 84 layers worth of just blocks for like thousands of tiles. Get le boop. Pasakurno.
Yo.
Fallout 3 is free on Epic Games Store in an hour.
Alright.
I know, everyone already has Fallout 3. The one thing I'm curious about is if that Fallout 3 on Epic Games is one that actually runs out of the fucking box or not. Because as far as I'm aware, the one on Steam still doesn't work unless you mod it.
Play it on Steam. That's fine.
Normally, on Steam, it used to not even run it without you modding it. So the go-to way to play it was through GOG, because GOG sold a already functional version of the game. Alright, let's fight another Plantera. Why? Because I can. Nom, 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 nom. I missed a block. I can't afford to miss a block. If I miss a block, then I won't have every block in the world in a chest.
The blocks, man. Gotta get the block.
I hate the fucking bees. They're so fucking annoying. Rare, what are you up to?
Me? I'm just Destiny.
I like how I spent this money on the Destiny 2 DLC and then never played it.
Yeah.
Whoopsie. Fuck.
Whoopsie. It's been.
Okay. Uh, wait, wait.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Okay. No, I was fucking stuck in a corner in the game, getting freaking annihilated by a bunch of enemies.
Ah! Scream! Hurry. I needed to throw